What's up, ladies and gentlemen, it's Aaron Nix, and this is Impact Wrestling in 3 minutes. Let's get a counter on the screen, and let's get to it. If I sound a bit funny, it's because I've got severe ulcerations of the tongue. But what are you going to do? Impact Wrestling opens with a tag team match. Sami Callihan and Chris Sabin versus Moose and Austin Aries. Exactly what you'd expect it to be. A very good match, very competent. Didn't get to see as much of Moose as I would have liked in this match, but nonetheless, a very good contest to open the show. Callihan and Sabin get the win, and of course Callihan does what he does best, which is turn on Chris Sabin at the end and give him a whopper pile driver. By the way, Sami Callihan always elicits the biggest response for the Impact crowd, speaks volumes about how big a star he is. Matt Cardona with the scintillating Chelsea Green wrestles Mahabali Shera. Didn't care about the match, but the match was fine for what it was. Few shenanigans on the outside involving Chelsea Green and Rohit Raju, and Matt Cardona picks up the win with radio silence, and we move on, of course, to Emergence, which is tonight. Just a very quick aside, but the segment involving Madison Rayne and the locker room talk segment that she did with Tennille Dashwood with Johnny Swinger was actually amazing. Just for Johnny Swinger, and of course his little back and forth with Caleb with a K was fucking jokes. Go out of your way to find it and watch it, it's really funny. The new Impact Champion. I haven't had a chance to celebrate this. Yes, indeed, Christian Cage, who beat Kenny Omega at the debuting show of Rampage. He's out and he retires the TNA Championship. And now that belt has officially retired, it's on to business. Number one contender Brian Myers comes out with Sam Beale. Love this dynamic, by the way. Write that down, Sam. A little bit of trash talk. Christian Cage does what he does best, which is dominate on the microphone. And then, of course, Sam Beale tries to get the jump on him, as does Brian Myers, who then runs away. Chicken shit heel. Really looking forward to seeing what this title match is going to do for the main event of Emergence, which again is Melina making her Impact Wrestling debut, wrestles Brandy Lauren, who is very, 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 very attractive. Fine match, very short though. Melina taps out Brandy Lauren, then Deonna Purrazzo and Aiden English, remember that guy? They come down to the ring to get the jump on them, but Trey Miguel comes to make the save. Oh, you naughty little whippersnapper. Nice little dynamic, actually. Really like the idea of these four as a intergender tag match, and I believe that's what we're getting at Emergence. Caleb with a K gets murdered by Jake Something in a no disqualification match. I would have expected nothing less, if I'm being honest. The only thing I care about is Josh Alexander looking so fine, coming down to the ring, squaring up with Jake Something. These two are going to have an absolute barn burner, and no doubt, once again, Josh Alexander will steal the show, as he always does, as he puts the X Division Championship on the line at Emergence against Jake Something. And in your main event, I got myself a massive, meaty, hot erection, because Joe Doering faced the Duck, Luke Gallows, in what can only be described as Hoss perfection. Two whopping great meaty slabby units slapping against each other, walloping each other all around the arena, and then, no less, they destroy the stage. Yes, indeed, Doc Gallows goes for a lowdown, puts Joe Doering through the stage, and instead of doing the ridiculously over-the-top dramatic, everyone needs to be stretched out, and that's the end of the show, they give them time, they slowly build to it, the rage ensues again, and they go at each other once again, and Joe Doering immediately picks up the win with a whopping strike off of the second rope as Luke Gallows gets caught in mid-air. Really fucking fantastic main event. Nice to see Joe Doering being used properly. I've always taken the piss and calling him a cosplay Stan Hansen of sorts, but this was a really good use of both men and a really good display of their talents. And another match again at Emergence. That three-way dance for the Tag Team Championships is really going to be quite special, actually. Willie Mack and Rich Swann taking on Violent by Design and, of course, the Good Brothers. Triple threat shenanigans should be a real barn burner, that one. Emergence is tonight. If you're watching this on a Friday, you can always catch up with it on Impact Plus, which is what it's on. Impact Plus is only about £5 a month if you're living in Britain, and that is ridiculously good value. Get to watch all of their extra pay-per-views live, not to mention the entire back catalogue of TNA and Impact. So if you're a big fan of the olden days, like the Victory Roads and the Bound for Glories from back in the day and all that good stuff before it got completely ruined by Dixie Carter, of course, then, you know, it's definitely worth your time and your money. However, that brings to an end our shenanigans, our brief flirtation with Impact Wrestling. As always, it's a great couple of hours a week. If you watch it on download or on repeat, you don't have to worry about the adverts. It's only about an hour and 20 long, and it's really good wrestling. I cannot stress to you enough how much it's worth your time and energy. Really good characters, really good wrestling, and frankly a really good alternative if people are getting pissed off with watching 3 hours of shitty Raw. I've been Aaron Nix, ladies and gentlemen. I'll catch you very soon for more content from the Wrestle Plug.